Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be talking about War Thunder's major problem with red teams. But before we get into that, tell me in the comments down below, what's your favorite sim aircraft to fly? Not only that, make sure to subscribe and like the video. It does help push these videos out, and we're almost at 15,000 subscribers, so I really do appreciate it. Now, in terms of red teams in sim, a lot of War Thunder players think it's pretty hard to fly on red teams in War Thunder, and there's various reasons why this is the case. One of the biggest ones is, well, you're outnumbered, and then number two, you don't have the right, or you don't have the best aircraft. I mean, you're flying flankers. Occasionally you will have the Japanese, so you'll get the F-15J, or you'll get the Mirage, you'll get the French, you'll get the Swedish, and the Gripen. So that's when you're really you'll be fine if you have those guys on your team, but you're still most likely gonna be outnumbered because most players play US aircraft. Now, I would like to inject on that and give a counter argument. In this video, on this Tunisia map, we get 37 kills in the Mirage and 15 deaths, right? It's not, I mean, you know, 15 deaths, meh, that's pretty bad, I guess. But 37 kills, that's extremely good. And the other team, I think the closest they got was like 20-something kills, right? At least with a single person. It was an F-16D, I believe. He was a really good pilot. But still, you're able to compete with the red team with jets like the Mirage, the Gripen, or you know, the French F-16. Well, it's not French, but you know what I mean. I believe the F-16AM, right? You can actually compete with those jets when you're fighting blue teams. But if you don't have those jets, if it's just China and Russia versus everybody else, you're pretty much screwed, right? You're not going to have a good time. Now, with that being said, I do believe the flanker is a very capable fighter. I had positive KDs in it, and I'm not even considered a good sim player. I would consider myself like average, right? And I've gotten like maybe 15 4 deaths in it in a match. That's pretty decent. So I want to say the major problem, like the only actual real problem, is maybe not even flight performance. I'll just put it up to War Thunder automatically makes red team lose most of the time. And it's strange. If you run a sim match, right, and just let it play without really bombing anything, chances are Blue 4 is going to win every time. Or the blue team, America, or anyone allied with the US, they're just always going to win, even if no one's bombing anything. That's just the way the sim matches are set up in the CDK, whatever Gaijin uses to actually make these. I think that is the deeper issue. Yes, being outnumbered sucks, but if you have a decent player, it's not impossible to actually counter. In fact, I prefer fighting a team with more players in sim, not RB. RB, you're screwed because situational awareness is at like 100%. But in sim, I kind of prefer fighting teams with more enemy players, just because, one, you get a radar lock, you know that's an enemy jet. Two, you can't mix the bots up as much because there's just more enemies. And three, there's less friendly kills, right? Or there's less team killing. So I actually prefer being outnumbered in sim. That's kind of why I flew the Mirage in sim in this video. It's because like there's more targets to kill. When you're flying Blue 4, there's pretty much nothing to kill, and if you do find someone, chances are you're gonna get your kill stolen. But in this case, we were able to make the enemy team just rage quit, and there was only 2 players left who were actually very competent on their team that we just kept fighting. They're pretty cool. But the rest of the team, we pretty much just made rage quit just because we kept killing him with Mikas. So I think the main problem is Gaijin needs to somehow fix this team battle issue where it's like this side, blue team always wins just out of the bat. If you're not doing anything, blue team wins. Gaijin needs to fix that. In terms of flight performance, red 4 teams do get the Mirage sometimes and the Gripen, so I don't really see that as a big issue. And if you have a decently competent Gripen or a Mirage pilot or F-16M, the funny thing is none of the Russian jets are going to carry the team. Maybe that's a problem in it of itself, but again, I can't speak for the flight model on the flanker. People say it's awful. I personally don't have a super bad problem with it. If you pull into the circle, if you're going for a 1 circle fight and you bleed all your speed, yes, you're gonna die, even with thrust vectoring. That's just how it is. But people say the flight model's gimped. I've never seen any proof or documents stating that, but maybe it is. I really don't know. Tell me in the comments down below. But I have no problem flying the Flanker and Sim or the Mirage or the Gripen against blue teams. I think the major problem is the fact that blue teams just naturally lose, which is weird. And you could see in this match, we narrowly won. And the only reason we won was because we killed all the players on the enemy team. They were still winning. The only reason we won was because all the blue 4 players left and the match automatically ended. But we were losing before then. If the match just kept going, we would have naturally lost. Anyway, tell me in the comments down below what you guys think about this. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Join the Discord down below. All that fun stuff, and take care.